Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I want to talk to you today about a decision, a mindset, and a commitment. It's a commitment to never be broke again. Not just financially broke, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Because being broke is more than just a state of your bank account. It's a state of your mind. And when you change your mind, you change your world. You see, being broke isn't just about not having enough money. It's about not having enough vision, belief, and action to transform your life. But today I want to tell you that it doesn't matter where you are right now. It doesn't matter what's in your bank account, what people say about you, or what struggles you've been through. What matters is your decision to never be broke again. Keynote 1, change your mindset, change your life. The most powerful tool you have is your mind. What you believe about yourself and your circumstances shapes the reality you experience. If you've been struggling financially, the first thing you need to ask yourself is, what's my mindset around money and success? Because if you think that being broke is just your lot in life, if you tell yourself that you're not good enough or that you're destined to struggle, then that's exactly what you'll continue to experience. It all starts with a shift in thinking. You must begin to believe that you deserve more. That's right, you deserve to live in abundance. You deserve financial freedom. You deserve to be successful. But it's not just about wishful thinking. You must see yourself achieving these things long before they materialize in your life. In your mind's eye, you need to create a vision so vivid, so real that you can feel it, touch it, and taste it. Because the mind can't tell the difference between what's real and what's imagined. And when you start seeing yourself as someone who has what it takes to thrive, your actions and decisions will begin to align with that vision. Think about it. How often do you doubt yourself? How often do you focus on what's going wrong instead of what could go right? We spend so much time focusing on what we don't have, complaining about the lack, that we fail to see the abundance of opportunities around us. When you change your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance, everything changes. You start to see possibilities where before you saw problems. You start to take risks and seize opportunities because you believe you are worthy of success. It's a shift from I can't afford it to how can I afford it. It's moving from I don't have enough to I am capable of creating more. This shift in mindset is critical because it empowers you. It takes you from a place of feeling powerless and stuck to a place of control. But here's the thing, you have to be willing to reprogram your mind. For years you've been bombarded with limiting beliefs, whether from family, friends, or society, telling you that wealth and success are for other people. Maybe you've heard money doesn't grow on trees or rich people are greedy, but none of that has to be your reality. Your mind is like a garden. What you plant in it will grow. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and limitation, those things will take root and flourish. But if you plant seeds of faith, abundance, and possibility, that's what will grow instead. Now let's talk about something that holds a lot of people back: excuses. Excuses are the enemy of responsibility. Every time you make an excuse, you're giving away your power. You're saying, this is out of my hands, or I'm not in control of my future. Whether it's blaming your circumstances, your upbringing, or other people, excuses keep you stuck. They create a mental barrier that prevents you from seeing the opportunities in front of you. If you want to never be broke again, you have to get rid of those excuses. Instead of saying, I can't do this, because start asking, how can I make this happen? Take control of your narrative. If you grew up in poverty, use that as motivation to break the cycle. If you don't have the skills you need, commit to learning them. If you don't have the support you wish you had, become your own biggest supporter. When you take responsibility, you realize that there's always a way. There's always something you can do to improve your situation. It might be hard, it might take time, but it's always possible. You stop relying on luck or waiting for the perfect moment, and instead you create the opportunities you need. And let's be real, it's not always easy to own up to your mistakes or shortcomings. It takes courage to admit when you've fallen short. And it takes humility to accept that sometimes you're the one standing in your own way. But that's where the growth happens. That's where the transformation begins. When you stop pointing fingers and start looking in the mirror You gain clarity. You begin to see how your actions have created your current reality. And that awareness is what allows you to create a different future. So no matter what's happened in your past, no matter what challenges you face, taking full responsibility for your life gives you the power to change it. You don't have to wait for the perfect conditions, for someone else's approval, or for a stroke of luck. You are the author of your story, and you get to decide how it unfolds. The power to change your financial future, your career, your relationships, everything is already in your hands. Keynote 3, develop a relentless work ethic. Failure is inevitable, but how you respond to it is what makes all the difference. Every setback you experience carries a lesson. And the key to turning failure into success is to learn and grow from those lessons. If you look at failure as an opportunity for growth, you'll find that each setback becomes a stepping stone toward your ultimate success. Here's the thing, every failure is feedback. It's the universe's way of showing you what needs improvement, what needs to change, or what you might need to approach differently. Instead of seeing failure as a dead end, see it as a mirror reflecting back areas where you can improve. The people who succeed in life are the ones who ask themselves, what can I learn from this? What did this experience teach me? Every setback gives you the chance to gain insight, refine your approach, and become better. Think about the story of Steve Jobs. He was fired from Apple, the very company he co-founded, but instead of giving up, he used that failure as a moment of reflection and growth. Jobs later said, I didn't see it then, but it turned out that getting fired from Apple was the best thing that could have ever happened to me during that period. He learned valuable lessons about leadership, creativity, and resilience. When he returned to Apple, he applied those lessons, and the rest is history. Apple went on to become one of the most successful companies in the world. It wasn't the failure that defined Steve Jobs, it was what he learned from it. Every setback contains valuable information if you're willing to look for it. Sometimes failure shows you what doesn't work, but more importantly, it often points you toward what will work if you're open to adjusting your approach. It teaches you to ask better questions, to be more innovative, and to dig deeper for solutions. The more you learn from each failure, the more prepared you become for the next challenge. I think a failure like this, every time you fall short, you're gaining experience. Every setback is giving you a better understanding of what it takes to succeed. It's like going to the gym. Each time you push through resistance, you get stronger. Failure is your resistance training for success. The more you fail, the more opportunities you have to grow and refine your skills, your mindset, and your strategies. And let's not forget the power of resilience in this process. Growing from failure doesn't just make you smarter, it makes you tougher. Each time you learn from a setback, you become more confident in your ability to overcome future challenges. You start to build the belief that no matter how many times you fail, you can always find a way to come back stronger. One of the biggest mistakes people make is failing, but not reflecting. They just move on without digging into the lessons the failure could teach them. When you learn from failure, you turn it into fuel for your future success. Every mistake, every disappointment, and every setback becomes a part of your growth journey. You become wiser, stronger, and better equipped to tackle the challenges ahead. Remember, success is not just about reaching the destination, it's about who you become along the way. Failure shapes you, teaches you, and helps you grow into the person who can achieve the greatness that's waiting for you. Embrace each setback as an opportunity to learn and grow, and you'll find that failure is not an obstacle, but a vital part of your path to success. Keynote 4, learn how to add value. The key to wealth is simple. The more value you add, the more success and financial rewards you'll achieve. Whether you're working for someone else or building your own business, the principle is the same. You must learn to solve problems and provide solutions that people need. In a world where everyone is looking for something, those who rise above are the ones who can deliver real, meaningful value to others. Think about it for a second. Every dollar you've ever earned came because you provided something of value in exchange for that money, whether it was your time, your skills, your products, or your services. If you want to increase your income, the solution isn't to just want more or ask for more. The solution is to become more valuable. What does adding value mean? It means helping others improve their lives, solve their problems, and meet their needs. It's about offering something that makes a positive difference. When you focus on value, you naturally attract more opportunities, clients, promotions, or whatever it is you're seeking. People will pay for value. Businesses thrive on it. Your ability to understand what others need and how to deliver it better than anyone else is the key to unlocking wealth. Let's break it down even further. How do you add value? It starts with identifying problems. Every business, every person, and every organization faces challenges. If you can identify those challenges and position yourself as the person who has the solutions, you instantly make yourself valuable. Think of some of the most successful companies in the world. Amazon, for example, added value by making shopping more convenient. Uber solved the problem of transportation in a new and innovative way. They didn't just offer products, they offered solutions to problems that millions of people face every day. Now, this concept doesn't just apply to billion-dollar companies, it applies to you personally. Ask yourself, what problems can I solve? It could be as simple as being the best at what you do in your current job, offering a better customer experience than anyone else, or coming up with ideas that make your team or company more efficient. If you're a business owner, it's about understanding your customers' pain points and delivering products or services that genuinely help them. But here's where many people get stuck. They think that simply working harder will bring more success. Working hard is important, but working hard without adding value is just spinning your wheels. You can grind away for hours on end, but if you're not focusing on how to make things better for others, you'll find yourself stuck. The real winners are the ones who constantly ask, how can I improve this? How can I help more people? How can I make this process easier, faster, or more efficient? This leads us to another crucial part of adding value: innovation. The world is constantly changing, and the needs of people are evolving. If you want to stay ahead, you have to be willing to think creatively and find new ways to offer value. This could mean developing new skills, adopting new technologies, or finding fresh ways to solve old problems. Don't just settle for what's always been done. Find better ways, and people will take notice. Adding value also means going the extra mile. It's not just about doing what's expected of you, it's about doing more than that. When you consistently go above and beyond, you separate yourself from the crowd. If you're employed, this could mean taking on additional responsibilities, offering innovative ideas, or being the go-to person that everyone can rely on. If you're an entrepreneur, it's about providing a level of service or quality that exceeds what your customers are used to. Going the extra mile builds trust, loyalty, and an outstanding reputation, and those are invaluable when it comes to success and financial growth. Another key aspect of adding value is understanding people's desires, not just their needs. People don't just want solutions to their problems, they also want to feel valued themselves. They want to feel heard, appreciated, and respected. When you can deliver value while also making people feel good about the interaction, you become irreplaceable. It's why great leaders inspire their teams, why the best businesses have loyal customers, and why some individuals are consistently in high demand. Adding value isn't a one-time thing. It's something you need to commit to every day. You have to be constantly looking for ways to improve, to offer more, and to be of greater service. If you're always focused on how you can add value to others, your success will grow naturally because people will seek you out. You won't have to chase opportunities, they'll start coming to you. Think of the most successful people you know. They didn't just get where they are by taking from others, they got there by giving. They gave their time, their skills, their knowledge, their products, or their services to help others, and as a result, they became indispensable. The more value you give, the more value you receive in return. So the secret to ensuring that you never find yourself broke again is to continuously ask, how can I add more value? How can you become a person who others seek out because you solve their problems, fulfill their needs, and make their lives better? When you focus on giving value, wealth will always follow. Keynote 5, Master Financial Discipline. If you want to ensure that you're never broke again, mastering financial discipline is essential. It's not enough to make money. You have to know how to manage it, protect it, and make it grow. Many people fall into the trap of thinking that more money will solve all their problems, but the truth is, without financial discipline, no amount of money will ever be enough. You don't just need to earn more, you need to become a good steward of what you already have. Let's start with one of the most fundamental aspects of financial discipline: budgeting. This isn't about restricting yourself or living in constant limitation. It's about having a clear plan for your money. You need to know exactly where every dollar is going before you even earn it. When you fail to plan, you end up spending mindlessly, wondering where all your money went. But when you create and stick to a budget, you are in control. You know how much you need for essentials, how much can be saved, and how much can be spent on the things you enjoy. One critical component of a strong budget is ensuring that you pay yourself first. Before you pay your bills, before you go out and buy the things you want, make sure you are setting aside money for savings and investments. This practice helps you build wealth over time and protects you from falling into the same financial traps that have left so many people broke. Whether it's putting money into a high-yield savings account, investing in stocks, or contributing to retirement, making saving and investing a non-negotiable part of your budget ensures your financial future is secure. But budgeting is just the beginning. You also need to learn how to differentiate between wants and needs. Many people get caught up in the cycle of spending money they don't have on things they don't need, trying to keep up with appearances or satisfy short-term desires. If you want to build long-term wealth, you have to learn how to say no. Ask yourself, do I really need this, or is this just something I want right now? Discipline yourself to prioritize your long-term financial goals over momentary gratification. This brings us to another key aspect of financial discipline: avoiding debt. Debt can be a financial killer. It ties up your money, limits your freedom, and causes unnecessary stress. If you're carrying high-interest debt, it becomes increasingly difficult to get ahead, no matter how much money you make. The first step is to get rid of bad debt, credit card balances, personal loans, and anything else that doesn't contribute to your future success. The second step is to avoid accumulating more. Live within your means. Just because you can finance something doesn't mean you can afford it. If you can't pay for something up front, ask yourself whether it's truly necessary. Now, let's talk about building an emergency fund. Life is unpredictable, and unexpected expenses will come up, whether it's a medical emergency, car repair, or sudden job loss. Having an emergency fund ensures that you can handle these situations without going into debt or falling behind financially. Aim to have at least 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses saved up. This not only provides a safety net, but also gives you peace of mind, knowing that you can handle life's curveballs without being thrown off track. Investing is another pillar of financial discipline. Saving money is important, but you'll never build true wealth by keeping all your money in a savings account. You need to put your money to work for you. Investing allows your money to grow over time, thanks to the power of compound interest. Whether you invest in stocks, bonds, real estate, or a business, the key is to make smart, informed decisions and to start as early as possible. The longer your money has to grow, the more wealth you'll accumulate over time. But remember, investing requires patience and discipline. Don't get caught up in trying to time the market or chasing the next big thing. Focus on long-term growth and let your investments work for you. Now, mastering financial discipline isn't just about saving and investing, it's also about protecting your assets. That means having the right insurance in place: health insurance, life insurance, property insurance, and disability insurance. These are not just added expenses, they are tools to protect your wealth and ensure that a single disaster doesn't wipe out everything you've worked so hard to build. Financial discipline involves planning for the worst so that even when challenges come, you remain stable. Another vital part of financial discipline is continuous learning. Financial literacy is a skill that needs constant development. The financial landscape is always changing, and the more you know, the better decisions you'll be able to make. Read books on personal finance, attend workshops, follow industry trends, and keep educating yourself about money. The more you know, the more empowered you'll be to make smart financial decisions that help you grow your wealth. Finally, financial discipline isn't just about numbers, it's about mindset. You need to develop the mentality that every dollar matters, that your financial future is worth more than any temporary pleasure or status symbol. It's about understanding that wealth building is a marathon, not a sprint. Stay patient, stay focused, and stay committed to your long-term financial goals. It's easy to get discouraged when progress seems slow, but remember, discipline today brings freedom tomorrow. By mastering financial discipline, you're not just creating a safeguard against being broke, you're building a foundation for lasting wealth and financial independence. Each step, no matter how small, brings you closer to a future where money is no longer a source of stress, but a tool that empowers you to live the life you want.